And we are live. It is Gulfstream Park, Road to Derby Live. I'm Dan Tordjman with some very excited people already. It's not even the big race. Blackjack Fletcher, Danielle Moinet on site, and very excited. What's going on?
Danny.
It was the last race. Wait, hold on.
Oh, no, we got it. We got it. I'm pretty sure.
Oh, yes, it is.
Yes.
They're trying to say that he didn't win. He won.
We're playing a pick six ticket. They're giving it away today. It's like $8.5 million.
They're having to unload the purse
Either
today.
way, we are alive in this pick six. We had the 1 and the 9 there, but the 1 is obviously a much better price. Also, our stream on Fridays, Always Be Racing, 3 p.m. Eastern every Friday.
Every Friday.
Is presented by Stable Duel, our great friends there. I entered their $25,000 contest today.
For how much?
I was in for $150 entry. I was in 7th place going into this race, and I had that one horse. So that one horse just catapulted me.
Which, by the way,
right up.
He was like 2nd place for most of the day.
Woo!
It's $25,000 he'll be winning.
Big
Buying
money,
his steak tonight.
big money at stake here. We talked about the pick six. Allie, I don't know if you know that today is the mandatory giveaway in the pick six. We're alive in the pick six with one race to go. That one race being the Florida Derby. Allie, let me introduce you and welcome into the show. How are you doing?
Thank you so much, Danielle. I'm well. I'm so jealous of those guys at the race course, at the racetrack. It just looks like normal life, which we haven't seen for over a year here. Yeah, we're still locked down. No crowds at any race meetings. I've barely left this room. So I'm pretty jealous of you guys. Look at Danielle all dressed up, looking glam with a hat. At the races with a drink. I cannot tell you how jealous I am. So, yeah, but look, it's going to be a great race tonight, and hopefully a race. Obviously, it's a race that produced so many Kentucky Derby winners, and hopefully we'll see another one this evening.
Allie's in the UK, for those who don't know, but we'll get you back here soon enough, and hopefully we'll do a big race day with you soon in person. For now, we are your second screen. For the next hour, we're going to be bringing you coverage of the Curlin Florida Derby, 100 Kentucky Derby points on the line to the winner. As Allie just referenced, in the last 20 years, 7 winners of today's race have gone on to win the Kentucky Derby. So you might be seeing the horse today. It's going to be your Derby winner. So we're going to find out this hour who wins the 2021 Florida Derby. You'll be able to watch the race here. We'll take you all the way through. We're also going to talk about who to bet and how to bet using First Bet. Promo today. If you don't have a First Bet account, go to firstbet.com. Use promo code 500ABR. You'll get $500 in bonus money when you deposit, and you'll also get $10 in instant cash to bet the Florida Derby. So, first off, Blackjack Danielle, you've been there all day. Give me some observations. Give all of us some observations about how things are going, how the track is playing, and how you're feeling going into this big race.
Yeah, I mean, first of all, obviously we're done with the turf course, but speed has been deadly on the turf course today. We're going in the last race, and as I said, we're live in the pick six. However, we left Greatest Honor off this ticket. That was largely my call, so I'm either going to be a genius or an idiot in about 40 minutes. But Gulfstream Park is amazing today, right? It has been
great.
Spectacular.
All right.
And to say there's only about 2,000 people here because of COVID, you wouldn't know. Like, it seems like people are socially distant. Everyone's at a table, so it's not like a lot of walking around. But even then, everyone's loud, exciting, yelling, screaming. We're next to like this psychopath lunatic man that keeps whipping himself with like the paper every time, the racing form, and like it just makes for a solid time.
And Allie, Danielle, this is your first time at the races?
Yeah. This is my first like big race. We came yesterday and we did the live stream, but this is my first time like dressing up, and definitely first time gambling. I will say I won a little at the casino, and so then I said, okay, I'll just put it in, and I put it in with Iran. And listen, I have a bone to pick with him because yesterday he blew it with me. So I've tagged him on Instagram multiple times.
Yes.
I hope tonight when he gets home he sees this and goes, who is this random girl with all these followers tagging me? But he's really blown it. What's the trainer's name that I keep running into?
Todd Fletcher. She has seen Todd, like literally run into Todd Fletcher like 5 times.
Todd Fletcher and I are best friends. He does not know it yet. I have tagged him multiple times through an Instagram. He's going to be very confused. He probably doesn't know how to use his socials, bless his heart. But he's doing something right today at the track. He's won over and over again. Todd has had a great day.
He's had some good ones. Unfortunately, her casino winnings were spun into a horse named Summer to Remember.
Because of Summer Rae.
Summer. And Irad screwed the pooch on that one again. So. Yeah,
Allie, my wrestling name was Summer Rae. So when we saw that, I was like, we got to put it all on there. And by all, I mean $19.50. Like, that's a lot for me. And I lost it. It's okay.
So you know what they say, you should always put your money on the first trainer or the first horse box you see. The first trainer you've seen is Todd Fletcher. So the big race, you've got to put your money on Known Agenda. Is that right? Are you? What's your ticket on? Which horse in the final race?
Let us know. Who do you have on this pick 6? Who's the rest?
All right. So in the pick 6 here, we have the Fletcher horse. So we went 5, 8, 9, 10. I think that the Safi Joseph horse compliance is really live. Bob Baffert is here in person, and he's never sent a horse to the Florida Derby before today. So my opinion was I wasn't super high on Spielberg earlier in the week, but when Bob Baffert sends a horse for the first time to Florida and he chooses to come with it, Bob doesn't travel that much anymore, Danny. You know that. When he's here and him and Jill are up in the box, I got to use that thing. And I love Soup and Sandwich. I know I sound like a crazy person. I've been saying it all week. I love Soup and Sandwich. Mark Cassie doesn't generally place horses that are out of their depth. I like the 2 wins this horse has. Morning line 20-1. I don't think you're going to get that. I think you'll get probably 12-1 or so. But I think there's value there. I just think this is by far the toughest field Greatest Honor has faced. And I think it's a really hard triple to pull off, the Holy Bull Fountain of Youth Florida Derby.
Well, let's start with the horse that we don't have on this pick 6 ticket. The horse who's going to be the favorite, Greatest Honor. Look, the horse has done nothing wrong. Last 3 races has looked absolutely flawless. We were on live for the Fountain of Youth. The horse was hardly on the screen midway down the backstretch. And that's where we pick up this Road to the Derby live backtrack. Keep an eye on Greatest Honor. He's going to be the 8 horse.
The half mile was 47 seconds flat as they go to the first finish line. Up front, Drain the Clock leads by a length. Moving up. The half mile was 47 seconds flat as they go to the first finish line. Up front, Drain the Clock leads by a length. Moving up on the outside, Tarantino is second. So Subtle is third. Fire at Will is called it a days. Dropping back, passed by King's Ovation. Greatest Honor's got a tall task ahead of him. He's yet to make a move, and he's better than 7 or 8 lengths off the lead. Passed now by Papatoo, who gets started for Junior Alvarado, but they've yet to reel in Drain the Clock. Drain the Clock and Edgard Zayas to the top of the stretch, a length and a half in front. Papatoo is charging hard for Junior Alvarado. He just went up into second from Tarantino back third. Then Prime Factor and Greatest Honor as they turn for home. Up front, Drain the Clock trying to carry his speed. From the outside, Papatoo. Now Greatest Honor hitting high gear. And here he comes now. Greatest Honor finding his best stride right when he needs to. And he's going to run down Drain the Clock to win the Fountain of Youth. Greatest Honor for the money. Drain the Clock with a good try second. Papatoo put up a huge effort for third.
All right, Ali, after seeing that, what do you say to the person who doesn't have Greatest Honor on their ticket?
Yeah, I think they're pretty brave, but as Blackjack says, maybe he is a genius. I have to say, I think the Holly Bull Stakes for Greatest Honor was more impressive when he won that at Gulfstream the time before. I think if you're looking at all the runners there, the most likely horse that's going to go to the Kentucky Derby and do well at the moment is Greatest Honor, of course. But does that mean that he's going to win tonight? It is probably the hardest pass he's faced all season. And at the price of, I don't know what he is in America over here, he's odds on. Presumably he's odds on with you guys. He's not a horse to be backing. Looking at that race, and I presume you're not going to see that race again, I like Papatoo, who I thought ran a pretty nice race in behind Greatest Honor. He's finished behind Greatest Honor twice this season, but he's taking him on again, and he's around, or he's 50-1 over here. A juicy each way price, Papatu. But yeah, Greatest Honor, the worthy favourite, but odds on, not such a tasty price. And I can see why Blackjack left him off just because of his price.
And here's my thing, Danny, right? When I look at that race, you just showed that backtrack. Drain the Clock controlled that race. Drain the Clock had that race won at the top of the stretch and hit a wall.
Yeah.
If that horse has anything in the tank, he wins that race. I don't anticipate this race going the same way.
Yeah. Let's take a look at the live odds. Now, when I put this screen up, you're going to be watching a replay of a race that just made Blackjack and Danielle very happy. But the odds you're going to see are the live odds for the upcoming Florida Derby. So the race you're looking at is a replay of the 13th race, which Blackjack and Danielle just hit. But the odds you see there, 3-5 on Greatest Honor. The horse that Allie just mentioned, the 11-horse Papatu, 70-1. Allie with the immediate hot take on Papatu at 70-1.
He doesn't run a bad race, really. I mean, he's finished his price not particularly far behind Greatest Honor. So if Greatest Honor is the horse that we're all talking about, and he's 10-1 for the Kentucky Derby, if he is going to be a real Derby contender, then you've got to look at Papatu, who hasn't finished too far behind. Antonio Spanner, his trainer, he's not going to keep coming back and taking on Greatest Honor to get absolutely smashed. So he's got to like the horse. He came pretty wide in that last race. We saw the replay there of the Fountain of Youth Stakes. He could certainly have covered less ground going on the inside. So yeah, 70-1. That'll do for me on a big each way price.
We're getting some comments here. People sending in their picks, their predictions for the Florida Derby coming up. We want to hear from you. Greatest Honor. Stephanie likes Greatest Honor. We've got a Spielberg selection from Travis. I'm sure Blackjack and Danielle very happy to hear that.
I mean, Danny, I think that, at the end of the day, there's a couple of things that work in Spielberg's favor. Number one, California dirt horses that ship east generally, that's a nice transition. Better than the turf horses that come east, because they've got that track at Santa Anita so deep these days that, it's a little bit easier to go over here. But I can't get past the fact that Bob Baffert has never sent a horse to this race, and he's in the building.
Totally.
Bob, and with Life is Good out, Danny,
right.
He could have plugged this horse into the Santa Anita Derby.
Let me just tell you, yesterday we saw Bob Baffert's name tag down here, like his little RSVP on his table, and I said, all right, that's all I need to know. So I'm going to walk right up to his wife tomorrow, and I'm going to introduce myself to her first, because that's how you do it. And then I would introduce myself to him. Classy, Got to get in with the woman first. And this guy is up in the suite. The whole day we're like, where is he? He's not at the table. And he's in the suite. So sneaky, he definitely seems like he's in the zone. He doesn't want to be around too many people. He doesn't know the track. So
yeah, because he's not better than us.
Yeah, no.
Okay, we're the class of this building, right?
First of all, yeah. The thing that I have found so interesting being at this race that I've learned, I think my takeaway from this race so far has been Jose Ortiz, right? Jose Ortiz in 2 races has been dead last. Not just kind of last, dead last going into the home stretch. And both the first time he went on the outside, correct? Mm-hmm. And he was trying to get on the inside, couldn't break away. And we had him for both races. And I was like, oh my God, he stepped out in his tracks on
with
the
Crazy
11,
Beautiful.
Crazy Beautiful.
I literally, Danielle wanted to go outside to watch it.
I wanted to hear it.
I stopped dead when I heard Pete Aiello say Crazy Beautiful trails the field. And I'm like, what's going on here?
Where did Blackjack go? Because I went to the bottom. And the thing is that I found so interesting was that I thought it was the combination of Jose on the first horse. He knew how to ride him. He knew he could come in from the last and really bring it home. But it was so interesting for me to see him do it on the second horse. Oh no, maybe that's just a preferred style for him. Maybe when he knows the horse, because I mean, he wasn't even tied for last. He was that.
You see how much she's learning in 24 hours?
This is incredible. This is really good. I will say, if we're going to see this horse coming from anywhere, Jose on Greatest Honor, it's going to be from off the pace again. The question is, how much pace will there be? And that leads to an interesting horse here, and that's Collaborate, a horse that doesn't have many races under his belt, but he appears to have some speed. Let's take a look at what happened last out with Collaborate on the front end.
As they have 5/16 left to run. King Force going after Collaborate with Benny from the Bronx up to third now. Blitz to Win is an all-in fourth, followed fifth by Emperor's Cause. Then it's Perfect Cut with a quarter of a mile left to go. Gaffleon lets out a notch, and Collaborate gives him plenty and opens a 3.5 length lead in a hurry. From the outside, Benny from the Bronx is there second, but Collaborate, he's running up the score. Look at him go. Collaborate, the son of Into Mischief, will break his maiden in style, turning more than a few heads in the process. Collaborate, long gone. He won by almost 10. Benny from the Bronx is going to win the photo for second. That had a full court press third.
You heard in the call there, Pete Aiello mentioned Into Mischief, the horse's sire. Let me throw out a couple of names. Authentic, Life is Good, Owendale, Gamine, Audible. You go on and on and on and on. Into Mischiefs have been absolutely spectacular, especially on the Derby trail the past 2 years. How do you not get excited about this horse?
Can I give you some inside information here, Danny?
Bring it.
I have no idea. First of all, I have no idea what he's going to say, so my
sitting
apologies.
2 tables away from Safi Joseph all day.
Oh, the guy with the nice shirt.
The nice shirt and the man bun.
I love a man bun. We
Really?
love a man bun. Listen,
Really?
I don't love a man bun on you. I like a man bun on him.
I mean, I don't have the hair
Like
for it, so
he's
I
like
couldn't do it if I wanted.
he looks like exotic. with
Well,
a
he's
man bun.
from Barbados.
Touche.
Anyway, Safi Joseph, I will tell you this, having
And it's
spoken
not-
with him earlier in the day, is exceptionally high on this horse.
Yeah.
Loves this horse. Very high.
Yep. Well, remember, he had New York traffic last year. And, you know, again, for a guy who's sort of new on the scene, to have a horse in the Derby at this stage in his career is pretty incredible.
At his home track.
At his home track. So, Allie, what do you make of this horse? Obviously, one of the more lightly raced horses here.
Yeah, he's the unknown, isn't he? He's the one that could be. Yeah, what could he be? Saw that race there, winning by 10 lengths. You just don't know how strong that form is. He's the unknown, so he's the one that I suppose everyone's siding with because he's the one that could be a superstar. Whereas the other ones have been a bit more tried and tested. Obviously, Greatest Honor's run a number of times this season, all at Gulfstream. Spielberg's been running in lots of graded races for Baffert. Other ones, Girafales, he's been running in lots of graded races. So I guess Collaborate is, he's the unknown. Not for me. I won't be siding with him. I'll probably be eating my words later. But I just prefer a horse that's perhaps a little bit more battle hardy. And, you know, the likes of, as I said, Greatest Honor Papatu, he's run a few times and he really knows, he knows what's what and a bit more sort of wise on the streets than a horse like Collaborate.
We touched on it a little bit at the top. In all, 15 horses have won the Florida Derby and then went on to win the Kentucky Derby. In just the past 20 years, 7 horses have done it. Let's take a look back at some of the recent history of Florida Derby winners who would ultimately go on to win the Kentucky Derby.
And Narcos off the top of the turn is the one to catch. The whip is out on Song and a Prayer. Out of the box to the outside. Dream Run is now fourth. And Monarcos swept by a ball at the far turn. And he's going to be the Florida Derby winner. Monarcos is 3 in front. Out of the box. Invisible Link. Monarcos! It's Empire Maker and Trusted Luck. Empire Maker takes charge and runs away. Trusted Luck can do nothing about it. And Empire Maker suddenly opens up 5. Trusted Luck a defeated second. Super Blitz and Indie Dancer. Empire Maker, yes! And they run to the top of the stretch. And Barbaro struts his stuff. It is Barbaro to the final furlong. He is a neck in front of Sharp Humor, who will not go away. Barbaro only a head in front. Sharp Humor runs his heart out at the rail. Sun River a closing third. Barbaro, Sharp Humor. Barbaro's got him. Barbaro wins!
As they come to the top of the stretch in the Florida Derby, and Kent DeSormo and Big Brown have the lead. They're in front by 4 lengths at the 8th pole. And they're widening here from Smooth Air, who's been left behind. And Big Brown has done it. Big Brown, undefeated, on his way to Louisville as he wins the Florida Derby.
Orb is put to the whip by John Velasquez in third. Narvaez is fourth. They're into the stretch. It's My Lucky Day, and Elvis Trujillo have a furlong to run, and Orb comes up to him. It's My Lucky Day, and Orb has run by, and Orb and John Velasquez have won the Bessie Lou Stables Florida Derby.
On the inside is Mahesto in third. Nyquist has moved away. Mo Heyman has no answer today. On the inside is Mahesto, and then comes Fellowship. Nyquist drifting out to the center of the track, but he's far in front. And Nyquist is still unbeaten. He has won the Florida Derby.
And the lead is now held by Always Dreaming. Always Dreaming set down for the drive by John Velasquez, and he's moving away. State of Honor is up into second, an impressive edge. Guinevere too little, too late. But inside the 16th pole, the 2017 Florida Derby to Todd Pletcher. And Always Dreaming, they won it by 4 in the end.
Some awesome memories there. Todd Pletcher, by the way, with Always Dreaming, the last horse to do this. I got a feeling, let me get a little opinion myself. I think Pletcher's sitting pretty here with Known Agenda, the 5-horse. When we talk about horses who are capable of beating Greatest Honor, how about a horse who's actually already beaten him? Known Agenda did that last year, and he's had excuses, I think, when he hasn't performed in his recent races.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, I think Known Agenda is super live here, and he obviously has the pedigree. He's a Curlin. Curling 20% with 3-year-old horses going 1.25 miles or a mile. Best of any sire in the country. 22% in graded stakes races. The pedigree, everything. Fletcher, whatever you need, he's got it.
I agree with you. I like Known Agenda. Listen, I put him on the ticket because you wanted him on it.
Yeah.
So that's why he's on there. But I have to say 2 quick things here. First, this girl next to me is literally texting people betting advice for this race.
Wow.
While we were in the video break, she's texting people betting advice.
Don't make me Marcus Stewart and go to jail.
She's texting odds and horses that she likes.
I was like,
she is so in on this. It's not even funny.
Guys, I went 0 to 100 after this weekend.
Literally, I'm looking at her. I'm looking over her. I'm like, are you texting someone betting advice?
Like
She's like, yeah.
I'm like, my dad's texting me. He's like, who do you have? And I was like, listen, the odds aren't that great. And I'm like, oh, actually, Soup and Sandwich's odds are now 9-1. Earlier, it was way
20-1. He's down to 9-1.
Now he's down 9-1. So
and the other thing is, Danny,
quite a buzz on Soup
and Allie, I'm curious, to get both of your thoughts on this. To me, the Florida Derby is the preeminent prep race in the country. I know that California, the last 2 Triple Crown winners come out of there with Baffert, and obviously there's great races there. But to me, this is the best collection of 3-year-old talent in the country right now.
Right.
Yeah, I think it's a super race, but then Bob Baffert's never had a runner in it before, and he's probably the most successful Kentucky Derby trainer at the moment. So arguable on that point. Danielle, what do you drink? What is the drink of choice at the
Yes, my guy.
They're distracted. Blackjack, Danielle, what are you guys drinking?
A gentleman just walked up to us and handed Danielle a win ticket on Soup and Sandwich because she's so beautiful.
I know. Soup and Sandwich doesn't
care about competition. Get it home.
9-1. Soup and Sandwich now is 21 earlier. We're also live right now on America's Best Racing, so thank you. Thank you so much.
Blackjack, Danielle.
We want a bit of live
His name is Big Bang Hank, and we're gonna win right here.
Wow.
Okay, we're going right to the Sizzler.
I'm not going to.
It's funny how that works. No one has ever walked up to me at the track and handed me a ticket like that.
Oh, I get that all the time.
I don't know why.
Also, I love Soup and Sandwich because it makes me want Panera.
Look at this. Look at John Da Silva. Top choice.
Wow, John was on my Instagram Live earlier.
If this horse wins, I might strip naked.
Please.
On the top of this pool table.
Guys, we're really getting in with the Gulfstream Park family.
They want
here.
it. They want it.
They want you to keep your clothes
They
on.
want
They
it.
want you to
They
keep
know
your
where
clothes
the money's at, Danielle.
on. Hold on. So he bet $20 on win how much I would win So I would win 9 times 20.
Yeah, you win about $200 right now if Soup and Sandwich won. That Soup and Sandwich on the screen right now.
That's one half of
Look
a
at that beautiful
Louboutin.
animal, Danielle. That's
Wow,
him.
look at that.
That's Soup and
Also,
Sandwich right
my sister's last name is Nicolette.
That's right.
Wait, so let me.
Ron Nicoletti. There's a lot of things coming.
There's a
There's
lot.
a confluence of circumstances happening here at this racetrack.
Oh my God,
It's all
that's
magic right now.
Let's take a look at the odds here, top to bottom, real quick. On the rail, you got Nova Rags, an improving horse, won the Pasco, second in the Sam Davis. Nova Rags, the one horse, 11-1 right now. The two horse, this is my long shot special. I don't think he's going to win, but I think you could fill out your exotics. Quantum Leap, one last out, maiden special weight, jumps into deep waters here. Would definitely be a Quantum Leap if he won. 90-1 right now in Quantum Leap. The 3, Girafales, 99-1. The 4, Southern Passage, 99-1. The 5, I think that's a nice price. Unknown Agenda, 5-1. Number 6, Sigiloso, 99-1. Your favorite, Holy Bull, Fountain of Youth winner, Greatest Honor, the 7 horse, 4-5. The horse we've talked about now a few times, the 8 horse Soup and Sandwich, 10-1, coming off an allowance win at Tampa. Collaborate, potential lone speed here, or main speed at least, the 9 horse, 5-1. You then got Spielberg, the Bob Baffert entry, at 6-1, coming off a runner-up finish in the Southwest Stakes. And then Allie's long shot special, the 11 horse, Papa 2, 60-1 right now. So we've got, it says 1 minute, but I can assure you there is more than 1 minute left until the Florida Derby because the horses are still in the walking ring. So we've got a few more minutes. We want to hear, if you're watching right now, we want to hear from you. Let us know who you think will win the Florida Derby. We've done a good kind of loop around the field. The one horse we haven't talked too much about is the one horse, the one that I mentioned a moment ago, Nova Rags. I think this horse is pretty interesting. Blackjack, you're looking for horses who are improving from race to race this time of year. This horse seems to be doing that. What's your take on Nova Rags? Did we lose you? We lost Blackjack. All right, Allie, what's your take on Nova Rags?
Running in grade 3 race latest. So I think I touched on that earlier. He's not a horse that's coming straight from maiden company. So I quite like that fact.
Mm-hmm.
Will Mott, obviously, a successful trainer, powerful connections there. I'm not sure he's going to be winning it. I don't think he's going to be good enough to beat Greatest Honor. I'm just trying to find the prices. What price is he at the minute then? He's around
12.
What did you say was 9s?
12.
12s, yeah. So yeah, look, he's not a bad price, but others preferred, I think, in my book.
Yeah. So he won the Pasco and the Sam Davis. Let's take a quick look at what happened in the stretch. Nova Rags was the 8 horse that day, and where we picked this up, you'll see him near the rail trying to run down the eventual winner. Here we go. Let's take a look at Nova Rags.
Candyman Rocket from the outside strikes to the lead, but here's Nova Rags with a ground-saving trip, moving through, not a challenge second. Boca Boy is all in third. Inside the final furlong, it's Candyman Rocket and Junior Alvarado. They made first run, and they have the lead. Nova Rags will surge again late and run at the leader, and Hidden Stash down the center of the racetrack. Candyman Rocket hangs on by a diminishing 3/4 of a length.
So on the one hand, Nova Rags flattened out a little bit late there. What you didn't see is the earlier part of the race, Nova Rags was running wide and was covering a lot more ground, and that was also his first try around 2 turns. I don't mind Nova Rags. And Junior Alvarado's been riding, as well as anybody right now, especially for Bill Mott. I think Nova Rags got a shot at least underneath. Blackjack, Danielle, welcome back.
Hi. We're here. We're also going to move. We're going to move our computer a little closer when it all happens, so we.
Yeah, I got to see this race.
I can't. There's a glare on the TV.
Stephanie had asked earlier who Soup and Sandwich's sire was. It's into mystery.
Mm-hmm.
So we just went on about how Into Mischief is the greatest sire in the world. If this Soup and Sandwich horse wins, Dan, I'm going to lose my mind.
We love a good baby daddy.
I'm going to lose my mind.
A good baby daddy.
All right, so
Tell
tell the people watching, who are the horses now to close out this pick six? Who are we alive to?
We have Known Agenda, Soup and Sandwich. We have Spielberg, and we have the Safi horse.
Collaborate.
That's
Collaborate.
Collaborate.
All
Yes.
right, so 5, 8, 9, 10.
8 through 10.
Best case, I mean, they're all good because, I mean, this would imply that we're beating Greatest Honor here. They're all going to be good. I would think the best of all would certainly be Soup and Sandwich. And then, I don't know, either Collaborate or did something happen to someone there? Are they okay?
I don't know.
People are watching Fairground, Turfway. They're watching all sorts of crap. We're focused right here on this 14th race.
Because so if Soup and Sandwich wins,
I'm going to lose my mind.
First of all, it's not just our pick six; it's our friends over at Stable Duel, which is our sponsor of our show. You would automatically win.
I can't say it's automatic, but I don't see how I would lose.
He thinks he'll win $25,000.
Either way, a very large amount of money is pending on this.
Because Soup and Sandwich's odds are just so well. Actually, they're not that bad now. They're 9-1, but they were 20-1
ahead of me
before this.
One person has mad at me, so I wouldn't win, but I could come in second, which is still. I mean, we're talking,
Everyone does chit chat around the race course, and people do text people, and there's a lot of inside information happening. So I feel like Martha Stewart would thrive in a horse racing situation.
The good thing is it's not illegal here.
Don't you feel like? Because in my head, I'm like, oh my gosh, it's a live stream. I shouldn't say that. And he's like, no, say it. I'm getting a text about this, a text about that. I'm like, okay.
Hey, Danny, can we break some more news here?
Well, then my hat's turned.
You're having a baby.
We are having a baby.
First of all, no.
No.
Only if Soup and Sandwich wins.
We have it on authority from Gulfstream Park itself that they are adding a synthetic track.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Really?
They are taking away the inner turf course and making it a synthetic track. This will be the first racetrack in the world with a dirt course, a synthetic course, and a turf course.
Well, this sets up the next thing perfectly, and that is, of all destinations in the country, destination racetracks that you want to go to, I put Gulfstream right up there. I put Santa Anita right up there. I put Keeneland right up there. I put Saratoga right up there. Gulfstream got a little bit of everything. You could see the excitement in Danielle's, expression and voice.
Yeah.
This is her first weekend there.
That's great.
Wanted to show a quick clip of the scenes around Gulfstream Park, what it's like on a day like today.
Yeah.
Danielle, I know we cut you off there. I know you're bubbling over with excitement. Go ahead.
No, it's okay. I thought you were asking me a question because I can only kind of hear you. For me, I don't know what it's like pre-COVID, so I love it. Like, I don't love a crowd that's like stepping on my feet and like spilling drinks on me. So like, I love that people have tables and there's nice food and the drinks and the service. There's plenty of servers per table. It's been great. It is hot. Like when it was it was like 11:30. It was already 80 degrees
here. It was
here.
hotter at 11:30 than it was at 4 o'clock.
Yeah, and so it was just so hot. So we went outside and I was like, ooh, okay, like it's really hot. Let's go inside for air conditioning. So he's already prepped me for Belmont, the no AC situation, which is fine. I just won't be wearing as big of a hat. But it's been really fun. I have a lot of friends that live in Miami, and I would love to invite them out to this track. It's great. I would love to be in Dubai this weekend as well. We were watching that race, and that looks amazing. So we're gonna have to switch places with Claudia next year.
Yeah, we're gonna have to get out.
We're
Danny,
gonna kick her out.
Make it happen.
But that looks amazing too. But yeah, it's been great. I'm excited just for I want to go to like races without America's Best Racing.
Yeah,
Like I just want to
go to Racetrack.
Yeah.
Hey, I might have one running up at Penn National in a few weeks. You want to go to Pennsylvania? Yeah, I know.
Pennsylvania was one of the most rowdiest wrestling crowds I've ever been in front of.
Well,
Pennsylvania, Chicago, and New York are like rowdy.
Well, if you want to go to Grantville, Pennsylvania, there's an opportunity.
Wow.
It's a great.
Look, they're still walking around too. Like they are milking them.
They are. So we've got a few minutes here. Let's see if we can. Allie, just like last time, First Bet is offering a $20 cash back here if your horse finishes second or third. And so for me, if I've got a risk-free, sort of risk-free $20, I'm going to go ahead and put it on known agenda at 5-1. I'll take that. How about you? How are you spending it?
I'm going Papa 2 at a massive price to finish in behind Greatest Honor. They put it on for me. But when we're talking about racecourses around the States, you guys, you forgot Del Mar, which of course is going to have the Breeders' Cup at the end of this year in November. Danielle, you've got to get there. It's at the racetrack right close to the beach in California. It's so pretty. It's so little and cute, and could be great in November for the Breeders' Cup.
Yeah, if I'm getting $20 for free, I'm putting on a soup and sandwich.
That's my girl.
And I'm also ordering Panera tomorrow. Or Spielberg.
Listen, this horse wins. I'll buy you all the Panera you want.
Okay. Because I love an underdog. But I mean, I guess he's not really that much of an underdog in 9-1. It's not bad.
Well,
what is Spielberg's odds right now?
6-1.
6-1, yeah.
Danny, you surprised the Baffert horse hasn't taken more money?
I'll tell you what, Spielberg has been, at least to my eyes, a bit of a disappointment. $1 million purchase. But here's the thing. Look at Hot Rod Charlie, right? Hot Rod Charlie runs third in a prep race in California, goes to Louisiana last week and dominates there. You got to believe the California horses just have an edge. They have in recent years. It looked like they have an edge this year too. So,
yeah.
Allie, as we watch the horses circle here, we've all kind of said, "Hey, look, Greatest Honor. We're going to take a shot against the horse." My big issue with the horse is that he hasn't cracked a 90 buyer yet. His buyer speed figures, back-to-back races, 89. This time of year, you want to see a horse go, 85 to 90 to 95 or higher. Collaborate had a 90 in just his second start. Are we crazy here in structuring these bets completely against Greatest Honor?
I think Jose Ortiz is going to have to ride the race differently to the Fountain of Youth. He can't afford to be where he was at the Fountain of Youth, and we saw him, halfway down the back straight. He's 10 lengths off the pace. He can't be afforded to do that. But a horse that had, the talent to get from where he was in the Fountain of Youth to the front, and he went wide. He's obviously, he's got an engine there. So I don't think that he is. I don't think we should be looking elsewhere to see him being beat. He's the worthy favourite, but it does make the market more interesting. There's some nice bigger prices. Whichever one you want to go on, it makes the race a lot more sort of fun to get involved with, because you think, there we are. We've got some nice big tasty big prices that could come in and run and take a place. But let's not put Greatest Honor. Let's not get him beat. Already he's the worthy favourite.
In the comments section here, one of them points out a really good point we haven't brought up, but it is relevant, that the outside posts are a huge disadvantage here, that the turn comes up pretty quickly here. Maybe not something we want to think about, Blackjack and Danielle, as we have 8, 9, and 10 on the ticket here. But
hold on, Kelly Breen wants to talk to me real quick.
Oh, bring Kelly Breen in.
Hi, we're live.
Pretty good. How are you? I just wanted to say.
Well, the good news, Allie, is that I can mute them from here. So
if they get too rowdy, just mute them. I wish I could do that to certain people.
I have soup and sandwich.
Here's Kelly Breen. Hey, everyone. Hey, Kelly Breen.
Kelly, say hi to everyone on America's Best Racing.
Awesome, guys.
I have soup and sandwich and Collaborate. And who else?
Does Kelly think you're going to win?
No, not today, Kelly.
Not today.
Oh man! So
I went up to him because he follows me on Twitter, and I didn't know who he was. And he was like, "I follow you because Blackjack was posting you." And I said, "Okay." And he goes, "How long have you been in horse racing?" I said, "I don't know, maybe 3 weeks." And we had a laugh. Let me tell you, but it was great because he was like, "No, he's like, you're fun and like you're willing to learn." Because it's just a nice table. They're next to us, and the guys were really nice. And I just think it's so important to be a nice human being in the freaking world. And like I have found that almost every person at this track has just been lovely, especially the women, which doesn't happen. Allie knows a lot. Like when you're a cuter woman and you enter places, like every woman has stopped me and been like, "Oh my gosh, your hat, your dress." So the women have just been lovely here, and it's just been a great experience for me.
that's great to hear. That really is.
Yeah.
I think you'll find a lot of really good people in this sport. Racing Twitter, sometimes not as friendly.
Yeah, we got to get on there. I got to just follow him on Racing Twitter. Should we move?
We should move, Danny. We're gonna move.
Let's
We can move. I'm going to mute the mic here real quick. As we they jumped off. All right. I'm going to bring in the sound here from Gulfstream Park so we can actually hear the race call as it goes live.
Quantum Leap. And
are you hearing that, Allie? Is it coming through?
Yeah, I am. Dan, quickly, what are you on? Because last time we had a show together, you tipped a 50-1 winner. So
my win bet here would be known agenda in exactas and trifectas. I do like Nova Rags a little bit. I like Collaborate. And if I'm going to give you a crazy price underneath, it's going to be Quantum Leap.
Known agenda.
Quantum Leap. Okay, for your big outsider.
That's my big long shot today. All right. When the race is going on, we'll all kind of
stepping into line. Long shot.
I'll mute us so
getting
people can hear the race
just
call.
2 away from a start.
The 5, 8, 9, 10. 5,
Let's
8,
go.
9, 10.
Let's cash a ticket here.
They're loading. On what time is it?
Known agenda. The St. Elias green colors. Second last to move up. From the outside, it's Papa
Here we
to
go.
complete the field. They're in the gate. And they're off in the Curlin Florida Derby. Excellent beginning for Soup and Sandwich with Nova Rags moving out the rail. In between horses, Quantum Leap is hunting some forward position, and Collaborate gets started while 4 wide. Long shot Hirafales has the rail with Known Agenda just ahead of him. Then it's Spielberg. In between horses, Sigiloso, followed by Papa 2. The big favorite, Greatest Honor, settles in 10th of the 11, and it's a gap of 6 to Southern Passage, who's 11th and last, chasing the speed of Nova Rags. Nova Rags leads narrowly as Soup and Sandwich is up alongside second. Collaborate on the outside as a joint third alongside Quantum Leap. 2 back to Sigiloso, then Known Agenda. Spielberg is 3 wide. Papa 2 is racing together with Hirafales. Now Jose Ortiz, he has Greatest Honor down toward the inside. He'll need a little racing room. He just tapped on the brakes while 10th and still far back to Southern Passage. The opening quarter was 23-2. The half mile was 47-3. They raced to the half mile point. In the Florida Derby, Soup and Sandwich continues to tussle with Nova Rags. Collaborate has been 3 wide throughout, but he's in range. Quantum Leap is next. Known Agenda needs a way out. Greatest Honor is hemmed in traffic as Sigiloso is alongside. Papa 2 tries to make ground. Then it's a length and a half to Hirafales, who drops back. Southern Passage is trailed throughout.
Come on, Tyler.
To go.
Still not asking.
And Sandwich has come away with the lead. Nova Rags tries to cling to in second. Known Agenda is being asked to quicken, and he wants to get to the outside. Collaborate's not keeping the hole closed, so here comes Known Agenda. Greatest Honor's on his back after 3 quarters. In 1:12-1, Known Agenda is now on to take over the lead. It's Known Agenda and Irad Ortiz Jr. now moving away from Soup and Sandwich, who's back to second. Then Greatest Honor and Nova Rags. 16th to go. It's Fletcher in the Derby again. It's Known Agenda for St. Elias Stable under Irad Ortiz Jr. 2.5 clear.
I'm never
Soup
going
and
to
Sandwich second. Third, Greatest Honor. Nova Rags was
again.
4th. There's a picture for 5th involving Collaborate and Southern Passage. The time for the race, 1:49 and 45 100 seconds. Florida Derby winner, Known Agenda.
Pick 6.
Well, how about that?
Second, still good for me. But
Oh my God.
you just hit a pick 6.
Now, Blackjack, Blackjack, did I hear it right? You only added that horse because I told you to add that horse?
That horse is only on this ticket because of you.
What, known agenda?
Yes. Only
Take
because
it
of
back,
you.
Dan.
Dan, we owe it to you.
I know better than to go against Danny in a big race.
First of all, Soup and Sandwich is beautiful.
Number 5.
And ran a hell of a race on my
Agenda
end.
Hell of a race.
Number 8, Soup and Sandwich. The
That,
second.
Yeah. So let's unpack that a little bit.
beautiful. That's
Mark
my
Cassidy.
favorite.
Allie.
Yeah, greatest honor, not good enough. I mean, he had traffic trouble a little bit turning for home, but just not good enough. He wasn't as far off the pace as he has been. Known agenda. Yeah. Well done, Dan. Take a bow. And the best thing is Soup and Sandwich didn't win, so we didn't have to see Blackjack get his clothes off, which is another win, isn't it?
Oh my God.
That's so true. That's so true. One thing we didn't consider Blackjack. I don't know if you heard that. Allie said the one silver lining with Soup and Sandwich not winning is that we didn't have to see you take your clothes off. Oh, I think you missed that. Blackjack.
I missed it. Say it again. I got the headphone in.
I said Allie said the silver lining with Soup and Sandwich not winning was that we didn't have to see you take your clothes off.
Listen, that's a loss for you and for everyone else, for the millions watching, it's a loss. But known agenda gets us a pick 6. I think that's our third 5-1 shot in this thing. So it should be decent. Plus, Soup and Sandwich finished second, which is good for my stable duel lineup. So either way, I'm very happy. We'll know in like 30 minutes. The scoring's a little delayed today. But this, I can't go to a track without her.
We should have done a win bet place or
Win play. Listen to this.
whatever. Is that what it's called?
Now she
This
wants
girl's
more money.
never
We don't
been
know
to
what
a
you want yet.
racetrack. She's never been to a
Because we
racetrack.
got it. Wait, we didn't do greatest honor then.
Greatest
By
honor
the
finished
way,
third. Nag.
it's one of the least. Blackjack always talks about making racing sexy. It's one of the least sexy things to talk about. Although Ren Carruthers would disagree with this, but pedigree is truly everything in these races. When these horses stretch out, you're looking at a horse here in known agenda who just had the pedigree, the right pedigree. On top of it, Soup and Sandwich, like we talked about, and into mischief with out of a Tappet mare. I mean, you've got distance all day long. And Allie, I thought Soup and Sandwich might have run the race of the day. I mean, did you
Ran
see
a great race.
He was up with the pace and still hung in.
He's a beautiful horse as well, just like Danielle said. Eye-catching grey. He ran really well, but that known agenda then even more powerful. And I think that Danielle saw Todd Fletcher. What first person you saw? That's the way to go, isn't it? You gotta look at that. He's your new friend on socials, Danielle.
Yeah,
so you're going to get the invitation to the Kentucky Derby with him?
Yeah, I'm gonna DM Irad and be like, listen, you're fine. You really
We're
messed
good
me
now.
up
Irad's
yesterday.
good.
He really messed up my whole betting line yesterday, but he pulled it out at the end, so that's all that
But
matters.
Danielle, Allie said Todd Fletcher too. Now Todd Fletcher's
Todd.
your boy as well.
Good old gray-headed Todd. Listen, that man's hair is silkier. If Pantene Pro V needs a gray man's line,
Wait, hold on, Danielle. I can't confirm this, but we have a comment that says the pick 6 paid $3,862.
No.
Not a girl.
So we
Not a
divided
girl.
by how many? Who else?
You can have Panera tomorrow.
three
You
of
can
us.
have as much Panera as you would like tomorrow.
It's just the three
All
of
the
us.
Panera. I'm putting it all into Bitcoin. If anyone would like to know what kind of altcoin they need to also diversify their portfolio, slide in my DMs. I got you. I mean, this is just insane. I rad.
So this girl's first weekend at a racetrack, she hits a pick 6
I
and is
will
walking
say-
out of here with $1,000.
I will say, though, I thought I had a little bad beginner's luck yesterday. Like, I wasn't winning anything. I bet everything on the summer horse earlier. But it's really, what it really comes down to is the final races that are the big money. So maybe I just only bet on size and not.
I'm going to tell you what it comes down to. It comes down to backing Blackjack's ticket. That's what it comes down to. Okay, Blackjack sends a ticket out. You buy into it. You make money. That's what happens when I'm at a racetrack.
Blackjack said, I got a ticket. I said,
Right.
I'm in.
The
So
really interesting thing is I went upstairs to one of the suites earlier in the day, and I had a business contact up there. And I went up there, was a bunch of dudes, and they knew nothing about gambling. Also, same. And so I said to them, I'm like, listen, today's $7.5 million. They empty out the purse. You should do a pick six. They didn't know what that was, and I briefly explained it. But I said,
She's
listen,
explaining to people.
I said, but if you get multiple horses per race, just split a ticket with your friends, because he taught that. Me, Blackjack, and Dan, we all went on a ticket and we split it. So it would have been $100 each, which y'all, for me, that's a lot of money. Like, I don't bet $100. Like, I'm like at $10.
This lady is an ambassador for the sport now.
And now I go upstairs and they go, oh, okay, you really know what you sound like. You sound like you know what you're talking about. I was like, no, I just learned this today. Like, so it's just a really easy sport to pick up, and I just love that.
So look, that's awesome to hear. By the way, Allie, I could see Allie, like, she was already jealous of like not being at a racetrack. The joy of like hitting a ticket and mingling with people, they're really rubbing it in, Allie.
Oh, no, exactly. They're drinking cocktails, they're dressing up, they're winning, they're taking their clothes off, you name it, they're having fun. It's a lot more fun there than in here.
What's the race over there? The
Royal Ascot.
Yeah, we're coming. We're going to come to Royal Ascot.
We're coming.
Royal Ascot
we just want enough money to go.
Yeah. Next time the borders open, whenever the borders open, I get a lot of like wrestling inquiries for England, and I'm going to tell my manager, you can only bring me over when there's a horse race, so I can double duty it.
In the summer, look, every day in the summer, every weekend there's a big, big race meeting. So come on over. Let me know when you're coming over, and we'll go to the races together. Dress up, drink champagne. Like it's hopefully when we're back to normal. When the world's back to normal.
And I fully believe this is how I'm going to meet my husband, is in the race world. And it's going to be Todd Fletcher. Like, that's just how, I'm just kidding.
I think Todd's already married.
He's married. JK's married. And I like a younger man.
But Irad's available.
I know, he's so good.
I believe he is married as well. But Irad is
Jose's married. Is Irad married?
Guys, they're the size of their legs.
Never mind.
Glass is the size of my calf. Like, their little legs, it's so cute. It really is.
So Irad Ortiz on Known Agenda. By the way, these are part of the connections that we're always dreaming. St. Elias Stables as well. So a lot of crossover there with the Always Dreaming. Now, Danielle, you can follow this horse, Known Agenda, into the Kentucky Derby.
She's got her Derby horse.
Yeah, I have to go.
But here's another thing you got to take note of. With 40 points for second place, Soup and Sandwich has now qualified for the Kentucky Derby too. So you have a tough decision to make.
Little exacta. We'll play a little exacta.
Exacta, yeah.
We're gonna go, Known Agenda, Soup and Sandwich all day long. Take your California horses, turn them sideways, and shove them.
Yeah.
But do we bet back Greatest Honor? Because remember, Greatest Honor didn't need any more points. He was already in.
I'll say this:
give Greatest Honor a chance?
No, I won't be betting Greatest Honor, but however, I will be betting the hell out of Concert Tour. So whatever.
Look at the height difference right now with Todd Fletcher.
And Todd Fletcher is not a giant of a man.
No, I was next to him. I think I was taller. Like, first of all, snow white hair. Like,
beautiful.
That hair
Gorgeous.
Just shines in this golden hour.
It glimmers. It glimmers.
In Hollandale Beach, you can see Todd Fletcher's hair from a mile away.
Allie,
crazy.
Allie, final thoughts from you.
Soup and Sandwich, the horse to take out of that race. The Derby. Really liked it. Greatest Honor, not good enough at the end of the day. Can't take away what he's won already, but Soup and Sandwich for me looking ahead to the Derby. And please, Danielle, Blackjack, come racing in the UK, come racing in England, come racing at Royal Ascot or Glorious Goodwood or York.
Love to.
Yeah.
You now have someone whose home you could stay at. Although I will warn you, there are a couple of small children there.
Yeah.
So Blackjack, you're gonna have to be on your best behavior.
Always.
You don't have to be.
What's this mean?
$3,862.
We can look at the payouts here. If you had the pick 5, it paid $1,200, and there's the pick 6.
Hold on. You're about to see it pop up live in the account.
$862 for the pick 6.
There it is. That's what we want.
Really?
That's it. There it is, Danny.
Yay!
Oh my gosh!
All right. Panera for days.
This is crazy. Girls don't know about this. Girls are out here on OnlyFans. You just need to come to the Racetrack. Like, really? I need to tell everyone.
I was thinking about starting an OnlyFans myself.
You know, well,
And
you
with
have like
that,
a ginger.
it is now 7:01 on the East Coast. It is the end of Gulfstream Park Road to the Derby Live. We are back next weekend at Santa Anita with the Santa Anita Derby. For Blackjack Fletcher, Danielle Moinet, and Ali Vance, I'm Dan Tordjman. We'll see you next time.